Chief's in the kitchen, whipping us up some pancakes, which I have to say are a much more regular shape than the pancakes I made.
Will Chief be around tomorrow to cook us pancakes?
No, unfortunately not. It's gonna be me again.
He's changed.
Bye, Chief.
There goes Chief, honey.
You have to talk to me now, darling. So day off, I don't tend to film a lot, but a couple of things have happened today. Firstly, let's just look at what's on my feet. Yep. I got new shoes, and I know I've only had my current Hokas for a short period of time. I couldn't quite get the right size, so I had my Hokas were half a size too big, and on these New Hampshire mountains, my feet have been sliding around and my feet have shredded somewhat. So we've had to look and try some new shoes. So I'm now walking in Las Sportivas. The other thing you can see, Joe's got a shopping bag in his hand. So we've been down to Price Chopper supermarket, got a whole bunch of fresh fruit for us to eat when we get back to our room, and we've got food for the next 4 days. So we've been really strict in terms of the food that we've got, because those mountains are really steep and hard, and we want to minimize the weight in our backpacks. So that's what we're up to. We're now just off to the pharmacy to get strapping tape for my feet. It's kind of a constant theme on this walk has been Flash's feet. And then we're going to find something to eat because we're both feeling a bit peckish. We miss Chief. He's only been gone for a couple of hours, but we miss him already. He's been just such a standout highlight of our adventure this so far, and we miss his company. Just carbo loading for tomorrow. Our waiter just bought Joe a beer. There you go. There's a bit of trail magic right here in North Woodstock. Thank you, Ian, our waiter. You're awesome. So we've walked the mile or so back from Lincoln and North Woodstock that we needed to, and this is the Notch. This is the Notch Hostel that we've been staying in, and we stayed in the beautiful rooms upstairs yesterday, and up until yesterday we had 4 nights in a really nice room, and now Serena, the owner, who runs a really tight ship, found us some accommodation in the back in the shed. Oh, there's hikers. I'm just vlogging. You're now going to appear in Kiwis in the Woods. There's Bulldog and Papa Foxtrot, aka Patrick, because I know now. I've been talking to his mother, and we're down the back here, literally in the shed. Never slept in a shed before, but it's done a really good job for us, and as long as you're warm, dry and comfortable, that's the most important thing. And this is our shed. Fantastic. We've had pretty good weather up to now, but we have been talking about the fact there's meant to be a storm coming. Winds just started to get up. Maybe there'll be a bit of rain. Makes me feel better about not hiking today if the weather completely craps out. But yeah, I'm glad I'm down here and not on the top of the mountains where it's particularly breezy. It's 5:30 a.m. on, gosh, what day is it? Monday. And we're back on trail. We've got a pick up at 6 a.m. with Marlene, our local shuttle driver. We've just packed up our packs, and as you're well aware, we've been hiking happily without backpacks for the last week, and our backpacks feel heavy. They've got 4 days of food in them, and yeah, they feel heavy. So climbing up today's mountain, which is Lafayette, is going to be heavy.
Can I actually correct you?
Joe wants to say something. Hang on a second. Here comes Charge. Come around here, Charge. You need to...
Morning, Flash.
Morning, Charge.
Hate to shatter your plans for the day.
Yeah.
We're starting off at Liberty Springs Trailhead,
Yes.
which is only 1,400 feet.
Yes.
Then we go up to the Franconia Ridge Trail.
Yeah.
And at first we hit the Little Haystack Mountain.
Oh.
Then we hit the Franconia Ridge.
Which I'm really looking forward to because it's going to be beautiful.
Then we do Mount Lincoln, which is 5,089 feet. Then we come down and we do Mount Lafayette at 5,260 feet.
Oh, so Lafayette's just the grand finale.
Yeah, but then we're going to do Mount Garfield. Then we're going to do South Twin Mountain.
Oh, cool, your jets, Charge.
Which is 5,000 feet. And we should get to the Guyot Shelter, and it should be about 16, just under 17 miles. We've got some climbing to do today.
Awesome.
Hopefully you still love me.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Go.
6:47, and we're on where we've been dropped off at Liberty Springs, and we're heading a mile before we actually start the trail and can start counting the miles. Our shuttle driver was late this morning, so we're kind of half an hour behind where we wanted to be, but you've got to just chill out about that kind of stuff. It's a beautiful day. It's Sunday in the middle of Memorial Day weekend, Memorial Weekend. So there's going to be a lot of people on the trail today. The weather's beautiful, so we should get some sensational views. Just lost my sunglasses, which is unfortunate because they've done 800 miles with me, but I'll buy some more at a petrol station when we come across one. That's about all. I don't know how much filming I'll do today. Big pack, steep mountains means a lot of puffing. So I'll check in and hopefully there'll be footage of some beautiful views because I'm sure it's going to be gorgeous. So we're back at the point that we finished 2 days ago. It's our starting point for today's hike. No surprises here. Uphill, rocks. After a week without our backpacks, is it harder? Yeah, it's harder. But we've walked 800 miles, so we should be able to do this by now. Holy moly.
That was a good scramble.
That.
And this is what we're looking at. It's just beautiful.
I've never seen so many people up a mountain in the last 800 miles, but this is the first of many mountains for the day, and it's beautiful. All of it. But crowded. Right, past our first crowded peak, and if I pan over here, you can see Lafayette, which is where we're heading, and people everywhere. Very crowded this morning, but that's okay. Everyone's out. It's Sunday and Memorial Weekend, and people are enjoying the mountains. We certainly are. It's perfect. that wasn't Mount Lafayette, that was Mount Lincoln that we just climbed up. And interestingly, we are now those people who pass everybody in front of them climbing a mountain. We're trudging up and puffing and huffing, but everyone else is going much slower. I suppose that's what 800 miles does to your legs. It's so gorgeous up here. It's just, this is everything that I hoped today would be. It's beautiful. The mountains are just layers of different shades of blue, and they're the kind of views that we just don't get at home. Just the depth and the distance and the layers, and it's really gorgeous. Extremely crowded, but it's great to see people up here climbing these mountains and enjoying the fresh air. And come next week, after Memorial Day, we get these mountains back to ourselves, so we can't be too greedy, can we? But very windy, very beautiful, and worth the panting and gasping it's taken to get me up here. Not a lot of filming this afternoon. We've done the peaks, we've got some more to come, but basically this is the trail. It's really hard, it's really steep, and I'm doing a lot of puffing and clearly no filming. More views for days. I'm just climbing down this. It's looking right down. Joe's down the bottom there somewhere. This is the trail. It's like a waterfall, rock slide, something.
Hey Bridget, how's the day going? We've been hiking for 9 hours and 45 minutes. It's been crazy. That's what we've got.
This view encapsulates the peaks we've done. I don't think it can even fit them all in there. We've walked across that ridge and up and down all of those peaks. Oh my goodness. It's the end of the day. I think we've got maybe a mile left. And it's, apart from the fact that today's nearly killed me, it was just been a really hard day, but with the elevation and the climbing. But look at this. Look at this. This is so beautiful. And whilst the whites have proved to be really tough, we've been looking forward to them, and they've thrown down a real challenge for us. So I'm sure they'll challenge us again tomorrow. But let's just get to our campsite, pitch a tent, and I'm just going to lie in there and go to sleep, I think.
Early start today.
5:05 we were on the trail. Everyone got up at 4:30.
I know.
5:30 and actually it's 6:30 and we've been on the road for an hour and a half. We've left Guyot Shelter. We stayed last night and had our Memorial Weekend experience with local and American hikers. We slept in the shelter. It was really comfortable except for one very loud snorer. People were very kind. Someone took all our rubbish, which we really appreciated. So we've just descended Guyot Mountain. We've ascended and descended Zealand Mountain. In fact, I think we're still descending it. And we're looking for somewhere for some breakfast. But crowded at the shelter this morning with all the Memorial Weekend people. So we thought that we would find somewhere, get ourselves some more water, and probably make some tea and eat. We're both really tired after yesterday. Yesterday was an extremely energetic and energy-sapping day with all of the hills that we had to climb, and the terrain was really tricky. But it was beautiful. So much more descending rather than ascending today, so we'll see how that goes. Just had a cup of tea on top of a rock, surrounded by glorious views, but it was an emergency food and tea stop for Flash because she was flagging a bit. It's amazing what a cup of tea can do. They have really fancy huts in the Whites. You pay a lot of money to stay here, but which we're not doing. But one thing you can do is there's water that comes out of a tap. There are toilets, and I'm about to buy a charge of coffee. So very, very nice. And it's a shelter with a view. Hey Charge, how good is New Hampshire?
How good is the Zealand hut?
I know, homemade cinnamon bun and
Coffee.
hot coffee. Oh, delicious. And it's not just the fresh coffee, the homemade cinnamon buns and the toilets that we can use. You can get your water out of a tap. Fantastic. I'm just filming this part of the trail because this is the flattest bit of trail that we have seen in the Whites, full stop. Joe just had a nasty fall. And the problem is when you've got a backpack on your back and your balance changes and you start sliding, it's really hard to change your momentum, and packs just send you down hills. Yeah, so we're walking it out, but it was pretty unpleasant. And we've done a bit of slipping and sliding over the rocks in the last couple of days. Mainly me, actually, because I'm finding my new shoes super comfortable, but not as grippy as my previous Saucony Peregrines and my Hoka ones, which have really good grip. But I suppose you can't have everything. So I've now got comfortable feet, but I have to be a lot more careful about where I put my feet and using my poles because I'm sliding a bit. Ethan Pond Shelter, up a short hill. I'm not going to stay here for long, but we're going to take some weight off and maybe have a snack. Might even take my shoes off. That's always a big treat. We're at about 11.7 miles in, and it's a lunchtime. Well, for people who aren't walking the AT, it's lunchtime. We've had a bit of a snack, so we're doing a bit of a downhill road walk, and then I believe we're heading for the Mitzvah shelter. which will put us in a good position to walk Mount Washington tomorrow. However, we've had a good walk today in terms of a lot easier than yesterday, which was just incredibly difficult. But we do have a 5-mile pull up a mountain now, so we'll just take it steadily, and hopefully there won't be as many rocks and waterfalls and creeks that we have to walk up today as we did yesterday. I figure if we could do yesterday, we can do anything. Temperature's great. The forecast for tomorrow morning is good, which is what we want, because Mount Washington, if you want to Google it, Mount Washington, New Hampshire, has its own personal weather forecast, and I think it's famous for having, or infamous, some of the strongest wind gusts, certainly in America, possibly in the world. Until recently, Joe said. I'll have to find out more about that, but if the weather's bad up there, it's bad, so we have to be careful about making sure that we're up there when it's safe. Right, I'm following Joe, and I'm confident he's heading in the right direction. Okay, small road walk. Got to get... Stop, don't stop, because we need to walk up there, and it mightn't look ominous through my phone lens, but goodness me, that's a big hill.
Here's another climb. Oh, puffing. We're just about 14 miles, and the last mile and a half has been straight up. About another 3 straight up. Here we go. This ain't fun. And then, so you can see Bridget scrambling, and then I turn around. And we've got to go all the way up there. The views are absolutely amazing. So here we are, going up our second big peak, and how high we are. This is high.
It's mountaineering, I tell you. This is definitely not hiking. It's hand over hand, footholds, handholds. 1.8 miles to our destination tonight, and we're ready to be there. Hey, Judge.
Hey, Flash.
So we've made it this far.
Yes, we have. So we've got a tent up on the wooden platform, and so it's the first time we've done that. We had some screws, or eye hooks, that we've actually screwed into the platform to help us put up our non-freestanding tent.
And we sure aren't the first people to have done that.
No, and there's heaps of mosquitoes and sandflies, which is not great. But I'm going to tell you about this.
It's a beer.
And it was in the fridge.
Yeah, I know. We went into the hut, and they
Yeah.
asked us if we'd like a couple of beers.
Yeah.
Who put them there?
This is actually our old friend Backstroke.
Back from Duncannon, remember?
That's right. So we had the pleasure of hiking with him for a couple of days and had some beers with him back in mid-April. And he's a man who likes his beer, and he cuts it in and out. And he left 2 cans.
With a lovely note.
An awesome note saying for any through hikers, have a beer, with an encouragement to, you've got this, keep going, right to the finish. So hey, backstroke, I think this will surprise you that Flash and I are here drinking the beers that you left behind. Absolutely awesome, thank you.
Thank you so much. So just, you can see, I'm just leaning, that we're set up on a wooden platform, and us and the bugs, and we've had to screw ourselves into the wooden platform, but that's okay. We're going to sleep really well. It's going to be sensational.